Growing a seven-figure business is not easy. It's not easy. Taking on my biggest task ever to take the business to $1 million in revenue. And I'm starting all the way from scratch with a completely different business idea. So I thought I'd get on here this morning and give some motivation and kind of talk about the journey. Um, it helps me when I talk things out. And so hopefully some of these things that I'm about to say can help those of you who are chiming in or listening in this morning. Hope everybody had a great Easter yesterday, had a wonderful time, um, and got to enjoy your family. While I did get to enjoy my family, I was working. I am embarking upon something new. And so within me doing that, there are a lot of challenges. So I spent my day yesterday, my Easter, my Friday, my Saturday, my Sunday working and trying to um, make things happen. You know, in this video, we're going to talk about starting a business at over 50 or any age. It gets harder after 50, but it's also easier in the sense that you now know certain things. Let me pull up my YouTube channel over here, guys, so that as you guys come in, I can speak to you and all that good stuff. Try and get a few people on, and we talk about growing a seven-figure business. Um, if you're in business, any type of business, you know the struggles that businesses have. And in order to be successful in your business, there are some things that you have to do. There are a lot of fails. I started my business. I'm 55 years old, 55 years old, and I've been self-employed since I was probably about 21 or 22 years old. I've been self-employed. I've had numerous businesses. I've had amazing wins. I've had a lot of falls. The keys to success is knowing you learn those from the pitfalls and things that you go through when you fail, when businesses fail. And so as I'm getting older and businesses are going and evolving, I've always allowed my business to evolve and to take the business and the customers and the market to take the business to where it needs to go, to higher grounds. So whenever you come up with a business plan, and today's business plans are totally different from business plans of old. You come up with the idea, you figure out if there's a market for that idea, and you research it, and then you move forward. Y'all, I'm embarking up on a journey to bring some different things to the industry that's going to change the game and that's going to position me as the first. Um, and to do a lot of things. And I just wanted to get on here this morning and talk about like my feelings, right? Because some of y'all are feeling this way. It's like you push forward and you do everything step by step, and the deadlines just keep going back and back and back. So, what do you do? Like when you feel like I'm right there, but then it's just not happening. I have so many people who have come to me in business and said, hey, I know how to print, I know how to do this, or I know how to do that, but it's not there, right? It's not your time. Or at least you feel it's not your time. You feel it's your time, but it's like it's not your time. And a lot of times people give up, and you say, okay, well, hey, this is just what it is. It's not meant to be. But I'm here to tell you guys that I've done this over and over and over and over again. And I know that perseverance, just keep going. Keep going. Whatever it is that you're doing, you got to keep going and you got to keep pushing. Even when you get frustrated, you have to have somebody to talk to. I told my husband this morning, he's looking at me. My husband is looking at me really, really crazy these days. Really crazy the last few days, well, the last couple of weeks, because I have been pretty much, you guys have not seen me much. I've been locked in a room with 3 computer screens, a tablet, and 2 phones in my zone. And I haven't been in this zone since I was probably in my early 30s. So it's a feeling that I have. You know that feeling? Y'all know that feeling when you know that you're about to hit big and you just got to keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. That's what I've been going through. And to the point of where Ken said, hey, you come up out this room. Um, and I'm just frustrated because things are not going as fast as I need them to go. But then I sat down and I talked to my husband this morning, and he said, babe, he said, do you think that all these people out here that have built empires, do you think that it was just built overnight? You are starting from scratch. Yeah, you're the queen of screen printing. And you do this and you do that, and you've got these accolades and you've got these things. But what you're doing right now, you haven't done in 15 years, right? So, me, in my mindset, with all of the new innovations that we have in 2025, with all of this AI stuff and these tools, and the $200 version of ChatGPT, you would think that things just move, 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 move. And it don't. So I've been trying different tools to help me bring things to the industry that I know will blow you guys' minds, right? I took a step back a couple of months ago. Things have been brewing for me for a long time. Things have been brewing for a long time, and I can't really talk about everything that I'm doing because I've learned to not discuss everything that you do. There are certain things that in this day and age that you have to keep to yourself until things are to your patents go through and things like that. So, um, but I've had something brewing over the past year where I was talking about leaving YouTube, um, and going full fledged in just the event business, right? And trying to figure out where I want to take the business. One thing that I know from being in business 25 years is that I do not, for me, like when you start a business, I started doing t-shirts, guys, because it was creative. It was a way to get all of my energy out. If I wasn't doing t-shirts, then I'd be on a computer doing computer work. It was either t-shirts or PCs. I always loved PCs from the time they came out, and me and my brother, we started a computer repair business back in the day. I love to code, and so I'm self-taught at a lot of things. But I chose creativity, right? Creativity because it was something that I like to do, right? And so, in choosing that as you get older, right, it's always been a mindset of the print business is manual labor. So either in your business, when you're starting in the decorated apparel business, either you outsource, like you either outsource or you do everything yourself. I'm, for the most part, a one woman show. Yeah, I have Ken. Yeah, I have Adrian. I have Z. But for the most part, this is the brains. This is everything that I am, the embodiment of the business. Okay. And so it takes a lot to build. But we built to a certain point. I had so many issues with my dad and stuff, and then closed down. I know one thing's for sure is that I never want a fully automatic shop again, to where I am spending 12, 14, 15, 16 hours a day working. That's not the path for me. I love working from home, right? I've learned that as you grow in business, you get smarter and you try to not work harder, right? So as you're starting, at whatever point you are in your business, you have to know that there's a start point and there's going to be an end, right? So at 55, I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, you were supposed to have been out of here at 50. Now the time has moved, right? So when you're starting a business over 50, you don't have, you've got maybe 15 years. 15 years by the time you're 65, right? To make it jump. And you really only have 5 years, or, by 55, you want it done. I'm already 55 now. But you want your time for getting things done has to move a little bit faster, right? Because you're getting to that stage to where you know that you can't do this anymore. So that's where I am right now in life, trying to make things move and learning to use more tools. We have a lot of tools out here, but finding out that these tools do not solve all, right? And it's still like I go into um the AI tools and I do things, and then it's like it gets it all wrong, and it's like, okay, you still have to have that manpower, right? When you want to grow and you really want to be successful and hit that that goal, like I'm working during the day from 9 to 5, dealing with the t-shirt business. Then I have to deal with the dog business. Then after that, so I'm running both websites, trying to do the Lady Print Boss stuff, and then I still have to work on the new business. So a lot of times people say, well, I just don't have the time, or this is that. Make it. You have to make the time. You have to make the time. Yesterday, while the family was in and they were all enjoying Easter, I was on the computer. My granddaughter would come in. We hid Easter eggs in here. She'd go back out, play a little bit. I'd get up. I'd go mingle with the family and come back, right? My support system is that of which they know that, hey, TT is doing this so that we as a family, so that everybody will be okay, right? So whatever journey you're at, just know, don't stop. Don't stop, right? Um, I'm looking forward to bringing some things to this industry um, before my time is done in it. I'll probably, got a good 10 years and then I want to be gone from y'all. Okay. but trying to bring not gone down there, but gone from, relaxing and enjoying life, training and doing other things. Um, and so I'm trying to, we are not trying, we are bringing some things and, starting a business all over again. It's not easy, but it's doable. And it's still doable whether you're one person or 10 people, whether you are broke, right? I'm not rich. Um, Paying for patents, paying for trademarks, legalizing your name, things like that. I'm kind of tell you guys the steps that I'm going through in building a new business, right? So, one of the first things that you do when you are, when you think think about it, how many of you guys have just started your business within like the past year or two, right? How many of you guys have just started your business? And when I say started, just starting your business, it could be you have an idea. Most people end up getting equipment. I do things a little bit in the reverse order of what I did when I was younger, because I think that when you're younger, you just think jump in, right? It's just buy the equipment. This is what my daughter's going through right now. Mom, I need equipment. I need boom, boom, boom. And I'm just going to jump on TikTok. And it's kind of like you haven't thought of the business plan. You haven't thought of who your customer is. You haven't really thought of how you're going to advertise. Your mindset says, oh, I'm going to jump on TikTok or I'm going to jump on Instagram. But you haven't really sat down and thought about it. I think as an older person, um, in life that has been through business, I kind of reverse engineer the way that I think about things when starting a business, as far as, okay, this is the product that I want to sell, and I write that down, or the services that I want to bring to the industry. And then I go off to Google and I research to see, is that a product that is available on the market? And if it is there a problem that the products that are available on the market don't solve? Or is there something that I can make? What makes my print business stand out? Or what makes my product or my service stand out from others? So that's the way that I look at things. Is there a, you would ask yourself, is there a customer base that's not being served, or something that's missing in the, something that's missing right now in the way that businesses do business or react? What are some tools or products or services that can make things easier? You see what I'm saying? Quickest way to get rich is to find something that solves a problem, right? Find something that solves a problem and to solve it, right? To give people options. And so that's one of the things that we're doing here over in the business. So you guys are going to see a lot of things coming. Um, I've got a lot of irons in the fire that I am handling myself on the back end, which kind of takes a lot of my time, right? And so you kind of think like, okay, well, what do you do for mental health, girl? You have to, yesterday at a certain time, about 10 o'clock last night, I pushed away. And I said, you know what? Hey, I'm out. I got to take a break and get away. This YouTubing is part of my mental health. So, kind of getting back and taking a step back and looking at, okay, this is what I need to do. I need to just take a break and then come back to it. But you never stop, right? A lot of times people in business, they get stuck in research mode. A lot of y'all get stuck in research mode. If you stuck in research mode out there, say, hey, that's me. You get stuck in research mode. And you never get out of research mode. There's so much stuff out here and so many people telling you how to do it in different ways that a lot of people are just stuck on that hamster wheel, and they get stuck in research mode and they never try anything. Um, I have right now about 8 different things that I'm doing. Um, we've got businesses that are businessing, and then we have things that I have in the fire, right? And so here's the thing. I've got right now about four four to five different projects that I'm working on at one time, just me, which is not the best, which is not the best. It's all part of one big project, but it's a lot easier when I had to tell myself the other day, okay, you have five different five different products that you're bringing to market. Take a step back, create a spreadsheet of things that you need to do for each project. And then take your time, create that checkbox, and start checking them off. Start with one project. What's the first product that you want to bring to market? Or what's that first service that you want? Or what, if you're targeting companies, I'm going to target all restaurants. I'm going to target all restaurants. I'm going to target sports, and I'm going to stay super, super focused, and I'm going to master it. I'm going to sell t-shirts and screen printed t-shirts. I'm going to master it. I'm going to do sublimation goods, and I'm going to master it. I'm going to do laser goods, and I'm going to stay super, super focused on laser goods, and I master it. And as you master things, you master this and you get that business up and running, and then you move to the next thing. You master it. While that business is running, it's paying for you to get this business started. You master that, it's paying you for do this and paying you and paying you and paying you till you hit that six figure mark. Um, so that's kind of where I am today, y'all. And I know this conversation may be all over the place for some of y'all. Let's see who's on. Dimps, good morning. Dimps Designs, how are you? Happy blessed Monday, sis. Ebony, there are a lot of times that I've had so many challenges. Let me tell you, I've had so many challenges in business that I should just be called the fail queen, right? Um, for those of you guys who don't know, so my father had epilepsy, and there was a lot of times in business that I would start business and then I would have to stop to be daddy's nurse. My father had brain damage, and so whenever something would happen to him, he would he didn't trust people, so he would kind of not really. I knew how to deal with him, right? And so I would stop business in 2013 or so, 13 or 14, somewhere around there. My dad went into a coma, and he was in a coma for months. My business suffered greatly. Having a family business, is tough sometimes because unlike a lot of other businesses where you have employees that are not related, they will business keeps going because people are not involved. But when you run a family business with a mother and a father and the kids and the cousins and the nephews, right, then everybody is involved. And so when something happens to someone that's the head of the family, everybody wants to go to the hospital. Everybody is screwed up, right? And so we had this situation where it was hard. It was really hard to work because we've got dad in the hospital. Everybody is going to the hospital and everybody's there. And so it took a big toll on business. And I had to learn to work through these things, to be able to work through different things in life when things were happening. And there was times when I would just say screw it and just shut down. After my father came out of a coma and we nursed him back to health, my whole concern has shifted to dad, 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 right? And then I wasn't taking care of myself. And then I ended up in the hospital and having surgery. So took me out of business. And I remember, I'll never forget, I was in denial. I'll never forget that I was literally sitting at my desk in my office, and I had clients in. This is when I wasn't working at home then. I had a brick and mortar, and I had a client come in, and he was talking to me, and he was sitting across from me, and guys, I literally did not know who, what, when, or where. Yep, that's the kind of stress that I had been under. Um, and I looked across from the guy, because one thing about me, I may not know your name, but I know what project I worked on for you. And if I see a design, I know that design and I associate the design with the company. So I'm sitting there with this guy, and all of a sudden, I didn't know who he was. I knew who I was, I knew where I was, but I did not know what was going on. But being the smart little cookie I am, I just told him, I said, you know what? Um, really having a terrible, terrible headache. And I got him on up out of there. And I ended up going home. And I didn't even tell my husband. I went into my dad's room because now he's home. It's been probably a year or 6 months. And I closed the door because ain't nobody gonna say that TT is crazy. Closed the door and I sat down and I looked at Daddy and I said, Daddy, I gotta tell you something. And he said, what? I said, Dad, I was sitting and I was talking to a client today and I didn't know who the fuck he was. That's exactly what I said. I didn't know who the fuck he was, and I didn't know what he was doing there. And he said, well, did you know who you was? I said, yeah, I knew who I was. I said, because I looked around. I looked around in the room and I saw shirts and I saw that I was in my office, and it kept me knowing what was going on, right? So my father told me to go to the hospital, and I did. And they said, we don't know how you walked up in here. You need a blood transfusion. Bitch, you half dead. And there it was. So I'm making light of it, y'all, now, because I can. But anyways, that ended up giving me some brain problems. And that's how I ended up getting aphasia and all of that stuff. So I recovered from that. But I can tell you guys this. I remember going to the hospital, getting ready to have surgery, telling my husband, I need a laptop and a phone, a pad and a pen before I go into surgery. I packed my case, right? Because I need these things. And I sat in that hospital bed. When I woke up out of surgery, I remember Ken left me, y'all. Now, I don't know where he was or what was going on, but you know I love my husband. He said that I was out of my mind. I had told my husband and my daughter, y'all don't leave me. Woke up Sometimes they say they had been there for a while, and I guess he ended up leaving. And I woke up and I was restrained. This uh, woman, I'm looking at this nurse, and I tell her to unask me from the handcuffs. Got me tied down to the bed. So it took me hours to get free. As soon as I got free, y'all, cause black folks don't like to be handcuffed. So even though they're not really handcuffs, but restrained, as they say. Um, Anyways, a doctor ended up coming in, and I told him, I said, get these damn things off of me. And the way I was talking, he was like, well, you okay? Okay, then let's go. I need to go. I'm ready to go. I need to check up out of here. So they told me, no, ma'am, you won't be going anywhere right now. You won't be going anywhere right now. So I ended up, they released my hands, and I remember I ended up getting on the computer, grabbing the computer, and I could not do, when I got on the computer, my brain would not function. I got on the computer, and I remember I was kind of daisy, and I was trying to, dizzy a little bit, trying to give a quote and doing things, and still thinking that, because I've done this so many times from the hospital with my father. I'm going to log into this computer. I'm going to go in. I'm going to do the customer service, give the quotes, send that over to the kids. They're going to keep on printing. The business is going to keep moving like clockwork. So that didn't happen. And I thought, well, it's the drugs. I am on Vicodin, Tylenol threes, anything that they could give me at that point. I'm pushing the button, right? So I ended up getting home finally, eventually, and that still wasn't enough for me. And this is part of my story of keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Don't let nothing stop you. Um, I remember laying up in the bed, and a client called me, and the person that was working for me at the time told the client that I was not going to, we were not going to be able to get the job out. Well, honey, we talking about $3,000, $4,000. No, we getting the job out. We getting the job out. Remember telling my husband, put me in the wheelchair, take me to the shop, and I went to the shop and did what I needed to do at the shop. And after that, business built back up. We went back to work, built business up. It took me a while to get things going, but I know adversity, y'all. And we kept it moving. And so at that point was when I knew that, okay, I need to train somebody to take over. If something happens to me, then who's going to, the person that I had to take over didn't take over. Right. And so it's like, okay, I need somebody to make sure that they take over, because Ken Prince, the kids, they do what they do. And so I brought Keon in and stuff. And, but it's kind of hard. It's really, really hard when you're running a family business and then things happen, because it's like mom's down, nobody can function. Right. So I'm at a point now in life to where I am developing businesses that run themselves. Um, I've been saying for a while now, make money when you're sleeping. And there's this craze for digital products. Um, However, a lot of the crave for digital products are products that every other Tom, Dick, and Harry has, or Sam, Bobby, and Jane, Karen, Latana, Keisha, Lamisha, Nicole, everything that's the same, right? And in order for you to really grow, you have to either be something really, really special about you. Maybe you're really great in front of a camera. So, you have to know your personality. Like I tell people, I'm just not a TikTok girl. I'm just not really a social media person. Yeah, I get on YouTube and I do the YouTube videos, but YouTubing is totally different from the other stuff, right? I'm not really good at like recording myself and doing all of that. So I have learned, and this is what you should do too. Depending on the type of personality you have, are you personality A, B, C, or D, right? If you have that bubbly personality and you like to be on camera and you're like, hey guys, today we're going to do this and check this out. Okay, so first thing you do is this. Next, we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. Okay, look at that. How, what? Okay, that's not really me. It's not really me. I learned customer service in college. I learned to smile in college. I learned customer service that way to be nice and be amazing. But it's truly not my personality, as y'all can see, right? Um, I'm really more of a serious person, and I'm actually funny, but I'm only funny to those people that I think that really, really like know me, because I put on a very bossy persona, right? In even the name Lady Print Boss, the boss comes from my dad, right? Of carrying yourself a certain way, handling your business, right? Um, a boss is like a gangster, right? Um, in a professional type of way, someone that you don't want to fuck with, in a, just keeping it like that, or someone that you should not mess with, right? Somebody who is in control of their stuff and they are making moves. So that's what a boss is. So it's kind of hard for me to do all the other stuff. So, being that that's the way it is, right? I know that, okay, I'm better behind the scenes in business and I move a certain way. How many of y'all out there want customers? How many of y'all out there are struggling with customers? I talk to you guys about email marketing all the time, right? And here's the thing, you have paid ads, you have social media, which is organic, right? And social media is really, really huge because it has, see how I want to say this. Paid ads are great, but you're going to be paying for them, right? Um, and a lot of times when you start a business, you don't really have those funds or that advertising budget to do paid ads. And then, so big businesses, all big businesses do email marketing. All big businesses do email marketing. Um, and they do social media marketing. Before social media, it was still marketing. You know how when you go to a website and you see an ad pop up and you see that those are Google AdSense ads, where you can, let's say, for example, if you were to do a blog, I'm gonna give y'all a gem. I'm gonna give y'all a gem because I ain't dropped a gem in a while. Give you guys a gem. One way to make passive income is to start blogging. If you don't like to be in front of the camera, start blogging. The same way that these videos have ads on them, you can do blog posts about different things that are going on, especially if you do posts about things that are going on in like events that are going on, like what do you call it? What's the word? Hold on, y'all. I gotta think of the word. So I'm gonna explain it to you guys the way that I can explain it. This is what they tell us in therapy, okay? Um, things that are happening in the world right now. So if you blog about things that are in the media and things that are happening in the world at that time, trending, trending. So one of the words. If you blog about trending things, then you'll organically come up in search, and people, because there are a lot of people who still read blogs, especially if the blog solves a problem. I went and looked on my website, guys. There's 98 blogs over there on the website that I didn't even know about. um I think around the time that dad died, um I stopped doing classes, and I lost all of my classes, and I ended up finding them over on the website. And so I'm revamping the website. So if you guys happen to go to the website, just know, and you don't see any classes or any courses or anything, and the website looks all jacked up, it's because I'm revamping all of that stuff and redoing a lot of stuff. Because the way that I trained people 5 years ago or 10 years ago is not the way. Those classes are just not what they are anymore. Like, it's new things, and so new tools out here. So, we want to do different things. Um, Tampa wants to do email marketing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Let me tell you guys. Um, so let me go back to the blog thing. If you go and you look up Google AdSense, that's one account that you can get. Google AdSense pays you per 1,000 clicks. So anytime that someone clicks on an ad, you get paid. You could also add pages to your blog like Amazon, which is great if you're somebody that's an influencer, or you sell let's say if I was doing a blog on how to get a t-shirt business started, right? And in that blog, I'm talking about all the things you need to get t-shirt business started. Well, if I allow ads to be ran on there, then more than likely those companies that bid to get that ad space, they're going to um, they're going to be bidding, and they're going to be putting on ads on that blog that are talking about the things that I'm talking about in the blog, right? So maybe you'll see heat press ads, maybe you'll see vinyl ads, screen print ads, whatever it is. Another way is if you do the Amazon ads and you put the Amazon ads on there. With Amazon ads, you don't get paid per click, but you get paid if somebody purchases something within a 24-hour span, whether they clicked on your um ad that's on the page for a heat press, and then went over and bought a pack of diapers. You're still going to get paid off the pack of diapers. So, but it has to be, they have to get paid within 20, they have to make a purchase within 24 hours. And a lot of times people don't make a purchase within 24 hours. So they may end up going and looking at it, and then it's like, oh, okay, well, I didn't want it right then. I'm still researching, and they left your blog, and then they end up buying it later on. They buy it from somebody else, right? So it's a couple of different ways that you can get paid on that way. Um, and dropping links on things like that, you can get paid that way. I figured out that I had some money over on one site that they were trying to send over to me, and I had not collected it in like probably like a year and a half. And I guess, hey, it's tax time, and they're like, hey girl, you need to get your money because it's gonna go to the Treasury Department because you ain't claimed your money. So, sometimes it's things like that. You just put it in there and then you kind of forget it. But if you are in the comments, let me see here. um I would show y'all something, but nah, I'm not going to. Not going to. I'm gonna hold off and wait. Anyways, um, I will be in Atlanta this Thursday, um, through the weekend. I'm going to Atlanta to train a very special lady. Um, Nicole is going to get her private training done this week. So, Nicole, honey, I hope that you are ready for me. I am. When I get there, what I want to do is, when I come to your location to train you guys, I'm coming to solve problems. Okay? Coming to solve problems. I'm going to go to another event, but I'm going to walk through the door and solve your problems, sis. I hope that you are ready. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to send me over that. I want to know what type of Cricut you have, because I want to make sure that that Cricut is working when I leave. I want you to sit. This is homework for you, Nicole, that I want you to do. If you can get this to me before 48 hours before I arrive, I want you to make a list of the things that you are wanting to learn and things that you need help with. I want you to make a list of, I want you to tell me what problem that I can help you solve that's going to help you put food on your table, right? A lot of times, you might come into town and train somebody and they don't get the training that they need that's going to be beneficial. So I want you to I want you to tell me, hey, this is what I cannot do. When I leave out your door, I want you to be able to screen print, to be able to do your rhinestones, to be able to do all those things, okay, that you need to do in order to get your business up and going. I want you to have those things on point and be ready, because those are the things that we are coming in to do. Let's see here. I'm going to show you guys something for those of you guys who are on. Give me one quick second. One quick second. I'm going to turn my computer around. Turn my computer around. Who do we have on? Let's see here. Turn the camera around if I can. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys something. Who are my rhinestoners at? Where are my rhinestoners at? Let's go into a folder and let's go into this particular folder. Okay. Don't say. Okay, so over here, y'all, this is for those of you guys who don't know, I do code in my spare time. So this is we are over in VS. So let's go in here and look at some things. Let's see. These are different things that I've got going. Let me look at, I think this one. Okay. So when you're coding, I write the code and then I'm able to actually view it. You were not able to get it. Why not? Where did I put the file? Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I didn't back that one up. Let's see. This one. So where's that file? Well, it might not be meant to see this. We're going to take this as my server is not working. Okay, that one's working. That one's working. Introducing MakeMo. MakeMo Bling. This will be the first, is the first and only software of its kind, y'all. Okay. I am now, right now, I'm in development stages. I'm looking for creatives that are wanting to help do the research on this software. What I mean is, hey, you get it for free. You're able to use it. I'll give you access and you can use it and help me in the development phase of getting this thing up here. So this is a software that you are going to, this is an app, guys, that you're going to be able to use in the cloud, on your phone, on any type of device. On any type of device that you have, you will be able to use this product, okay? And so basically you upload a design, you can upload a PNG or a SVG, right? And we're going to do an organic fill. We have different fills and instantly you have rhinestones. The version I'm working on now, you actually will have the ability to actually pop in rhinestones. You export this file, y'all, and you are done. Absolutely done. Okay. This is going to take your business to a whole nother level. So if you are interested in MakeMo, in helping out with this project, and you want to learn, like you want to do, this will make a good, for you content creators, this will make a good video for you guys. I will be dropping some links on the website today. And I'm going to show you guys something else. So hold on. So if you go over to MakeMo.app, if you go over to MakeMo.app, this is the first video that I've shown of this, just giving you guys a little preview of what's to come. If you go over to MakeMo, here's MakeMo Bling. And if you click this button here, you can try it for free. Now, this version that I put up is not the right version, so I'm going to go back and put that up today. If you fill out this form right here, waitlist, join the waitlist, I will send you access to all of the apps that I'm creating as I'm creating for you to try them off, and you'll get 30% off the lunch price. If you are a person who is a creative and you are, if you do a tutorial on this or mention it in a video, you will get a full free year subscription to it once everything launches. Now, if you are, so a lot of times people, let me turn this around and I want to talk to you guys. Throughout my career, I've asked myself, what are the tools that, what do people ask me? Whenever I talk to people, there are certain things that certain problems that they're trying to solve in their business. I'm setting out on a goal. MakeMo will help you make more money faster. Okay. I'm setting out to change the industry for people like us who are getting started, and maybe you're having a problem pricing, you're having a problem with your email marketing. We've got an app for that too. You're having a problem with making rhinestones and you don't want to buy software. Okay, hold on one second. Let me show you guys this. If you are having a problem with pricing, introducing MakeMo Web. MakeMo Web is a quoting and invoicing tool that will help you instantly quote any product. Any product. Yes, ma'am, this is going to be on Play Store. You getting to hear it first, Dempsey? This right here is, and you can go onto the website. You can start playing with this and trying this stuff for free right now. Okay, so let me show you guys what this does. This is an app that I created back in 2015, 2016, I think 2015. I put up a video on it, I believe around 2017, and I never did anything else with it because the brain damage to my head, I could not do calculations and I could not code, but I'm back. So all you do in here is you select a product. Now in the app, you will be able to, the app will come filled with products already in there, but you're also able to add products in the app. So here we go. Let's say that your customer wants the Gildan t-shirt. They want it in whatever color. You go on here, you choose the color, you choose how many colors of print is going to be on it. Now we're going to update this and add in digital printing. So if they're doing HTV, screen printing, whatever. You'll be able to do all of that stuff. So don't worry about it. And then you just go in and add some shirt sizes. So we're just going to add some shirt sizes, and voila, you can do adult sizes, youth sizes. We may end up bringing in toddler sizes. Add in the customer's name. Let's say Jane, and then let's say, let's put in an email. Watch how this works, how easy this is going to be for you to, what is the website? I'm trying to hold this, y'all, and do this. Sorry. I will do a full tutorial when when I drop all of this, but so I'm just going to add in a website for now, and that's going to be it. You simply click get quote, and voila, there is your quote. And then you can save this to PDF. Let me show you this. So, wow, look at that. Instant. You've got a PDF that you can send over. Now, guys, I made this generic for people who are going to the website now and are wanting to use this. You can actually use this and quote your customers. Okay. Now, you can't change the prices yet because I have not added that ability here on the website to do so. This is for you to check it out. Now, ready to get paid. So guess what? You've already done the quote, and then look at here. That popped open over here in my email. Okay. In my email, I have the quote. And the great thing about it is, look, it's already, I have the email written out for you with specific instructions for them to pay, what's due, total due, and all you have to do here is insert a payment link. Down here, you've already got all of this information of the stuff that they requested. You are ready to go. Okay? You are ready to go. Okay? You are ready to go. That is all you have to do. If you are interested, Dempsey, if you're interested in it, let me know. And I don't know who all else is on here. Ebony, if y'all are interested in trying these apps, I've got another app that's gonna blow your mind too. Okay. But there are 5 different suites of things if you want to get in on this at the very, very beginning and start growing your business. Don't get in trouble, girl. Don't get in trouble. Megmo.app, y'all. Megmo.app. Go over there, join if you just fill out the thing for the wait list, I will receive that email, and then I'll hit you back, and you'll get the version of things that are working. It's a lot going on, but it is going to be, hold on one second because I got something else for y'all. Let me see if this one has not been up yet. How many of you guys need, okay, so I know you guys said, hey, you need help with let's see here. You need help with your emails, with email marketing. What if you had Latana with you every day when you are doing your email marketing? What if you had me right there with you doing everything, my exact steps of what I do when I am marketing? I'm going to introduce you guys to MakeMo Leads. MakeMo Leads is a lead generator. It is a scraping tool. They sell these things are around $2.99 a month. I'm going to drop it for about $200 even. Bam, right? Once it drops, what it's going to do is help you make money in your sleep. Help you get, we're going to say this, help you get customers while you're sleeping, right? That's what it's going to do. So let me see if I can pull up the codes. Here we go. See if we can pull it up. Let's go ahead and depose. This is lead flow. Started to call it lead flow, but there's a lead flow out there. So we went back in and renamed it. And so you guys will see the update in this once this is dropped. This has not even dropped yet. These are just some of the tools that I'm bringing to market. So here, the premises of this is you have all of these different industries, right? We have right now have about 29 of the industries in here in the application. And you see those numbers are going to be filled in. I just haven't done it yet. So let's say we have restaurants, and then we're looking for coffee shops with live events. You can use this for any type of business that you are in, right? You copy this prompt. Okay, when you copy this prompt, we're going to go into our lead generator. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get something open over here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm on 3 computers, y'all. 3 computers. Oh, on 3 computers. Oh, I want a new chat. Here we go. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the prompt and you put that prompt in here, and that prompt will curate you everything that you need here, right? So now we have all of these emails here, right? So then what you do is this is going to go into here, into our lead tracker, okay? And so once we copy that prompt into our lead tracker, all we have to do is import those emails. We're going to import those emails, okay? Once you import the emails, you go back to the industry, whatever industry it was. You select a email from the templated emails, and you hit start email campaign. This is going to help you make money in your sleep. So now we have all of these different companies that we're sending emails to, and all we got to do is send the email. When I tell you guys, game changer, as this grows, you're going to have the ability to send out SMS the same way. It is taking me a moment to develop. So any type of business that you are in, right? For people who do not know how to do email marketing, this is having LaTanya Roberson in your pocket. You understand me? The exact steps that I take out of my brain, boom, boom, boom. And you're going to have an email list that's going to have thousands and thousands and thousands of people on them with follow-up emails and whole email campaign. So I'm going to take you from the beginning steps all the way through. This is like email marketing for babes. Anyone can do it. If I give you the steps, there's no way that you cannot do this and grow your business. There's just absolutely no way that if you do exactly what I tell you to do and follow the steps. And here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing, guys. That's going to take you to another level and help you get to your 7 figures. I ain't about talking about it. I'm about being about it. You got a lot of people that are out here that are training people and they're making millions of dollars, right? But what are you, the people, getting from it, right? And I want to make things easier for people. I want to make things easier for you. Tampa, make sure you fill out the form. I want to make things easier for those who are growing and developing their business. Hey, baby. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Give me a hug. I'm over on you too. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. How you doing? Good. I'm talking to these people about our future. Say hi to the YouTube people. Say hello. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Woo. Go in there and get TT something to drink. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. So these are the things, these are the types of tools that we are, that I'm coming out with, developing for you guys. So after this video, you probably won't see this. So make sure that you go over to makemo.app. I'm going to find so I'll probably be dropping out information on this here pretty soon. If you have everything filled. Okay, go pee. Go pee. Hurry up. You need light? Hold on, y'all. Hold on, I'm sorry. You need light? Here. Go to my room. Go to my room. Come on. Go to my room. Hurry up. Oh, you want me in there? Kiana. Go. Hurry up. Before you pass that. Go pee. Let it get down and pee. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. Whew, granddaughter. Y'all know how that is. We don't want no accidents. Okay, guys. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get off of here and get my grandbaby some breakfast and stuff like that. And it's almost 9 o'clock, time for me to turn my phones on. I'll leave this video up for a minute in case anybody needs to grab that information. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.